Have you ever heard of a perfect loss? I mean, a game where a team walks off the field, they lost on the scoreboard, but somehow they've achieved this flawless victory in a completely different way. Sounds like a riddle, right? Well, it actually happened, and the story of how it went down is changing the game of baseball as we know it. After his New York Yankees lost a really tight game, the manager, Boone, said this: "Really good job by the guys." Yeah, not exactly the kind of thing you expect to hear from the manager of the losing team, is it? So what on earth did he see that the rest of us might have missed? So, our story takes us to a game between the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners. And on the surface, it looked like just another early season matchup. But underneath all that, a totally fascinating new layer of the sport was on full display. And it forces us to ask, how can a loss possibly feel like a win? Okay, let's start with the official result. The final score was Seattle 2, New York 1. It was a tough one-run loss for the Yankees. They just couldn't get anything going with the bats. So by every traditional measure, this was a defeat. But this, my friends, is where our story really begins. Because while they may have lost the game, the Yankees went a perfect 5-for-5 in a whole other contest that was happening at the same time. The contest of challenging the umpire. Every single time they questioned a call, they were proven right. They were flawless. Now, this kind of perfection was only possible because of a new piece of technology that's really changing the fabric of the game: the Automated Ball Stripe Challenge System, or ABS. You see, this is the new battleground, not of physical skill, but of perception and data. And what's really interesting here is the massive shift this represents. For over 100 years, the strike zone was defined by the human umpire. It was subjective and, naturally, he can make mistakes. But the ABS system, it replaces all that with something totally different: an objective, data-driven, computer-drawn strike zone. It's basically precision versus perception. So how does this thing actually work? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It gives each team a certain number of chances to challenge an umpire's ball or strike call. When they do, the play gets instantly reviewed by the automated system, which then spits out the final, undeniable verdict. And in this one particular game, the Yankees put on an absolute masterclass in how to use this new tool. Their 5 challenges weren't just random guesses. They were strategic, they were timely, and they showed off an absolutely incredible eye for the strike zone. It all started in the second inning. The Yankees' Jose Caballero is up at the plate. The ump calls a strike. Caballero doesn't think so. Then it happens again on a crucial 3-2 pitch. So twice in the same at-bat, he challenged the umpire. And twice, the machine said he was right. And this really shows you the whole process. The umpire makes his call. The player, feeling the pitch was a ball, just taps his helmet. That's the signal. The ABS system instantly reviews the pitch's trajectory, its location, and in just a few seconds, boom, the call is overturned. A potential stripe out turns into a walk, just like that. A little later, it was slugger Giancarlo Stanton's turn. He's in a tough spot, a 1-2 count. One more strike, and he's heading back to the dugout. The pitcher throws a slider, the umpire rings him up, strike 3. But Stanton challenges, saying the pitch was too low. The system agrees. His at-bat continues, and he gets a single. So you see, this isn't just about being right. It's about creating real opportunities. Then came the third successful challenge in a row. This time by Jazz Chisholm Jr. on the very first pitch he saw. Now, okay, he did end up striking out later in that at-bat, but that doesn't even matter. What matters is that it proved the team's discipline and their almost uncanny ability to see the strike zone better than the human umpire. So after that third straight successful challenge, you could feel it. The tension between the old game and the new one finally boiled over. It was this fascinating moment of human friction in a sport that's getting more technological by the day. I mean, just imagine being the umpire, Mike Estabrook. You've now been overturned by a computer 3 consecutive times. The frustration must have been boiling over. He and the Yankees manager, Boone, who's still in the dugout, had this heated exchange. It was literally the two worlds of baseball colliding right there on the field. After the game, Boone gave a little insight into that tension. He said, "Those are razor-thin pitches sometimes. You don't want to always have to be challenging." And that really shows the immense pressure. It's not just about getting it right, but about the whole strategy of when to use this incredibly powerful tool. This single game, believe me, it wasn't a fluke. It was a sign of a much larger trend. Early in the season, the Yankees had established themselves as the undisputed masters of the ABS challenge system. And this chart just says it all. At this point in the season, their record was an astounding 10 successful challenges to just one failure. That's an incredible rate of success, way better than anyone else in the league.
To put it plainly, the Yankees have had the most successful challenges in all of baseball. They've turned what could be just a simple replay tool into a genuine competitive advantage. It's a new skill, and right now, they're the best at it.
So what does all of this mean for baseball? A sport that's really built on a foundation of human achievement and, yeah, human error. This one perfect loss kind of forces us to think about the very nature of the game itself.
So what's the big takeaway here? Well, for one, technology isn't just correcting mistakes anymore, it's creating a whole new form of in-game strategy. A player's good eye and a manager's intuition are now quantifiable weapons you can use against the umpire. And that historic line between a judgment call and a factual one, well, it's shrinking with every single game. Which leaves us with a final question to think about. We all want the calls to be right, of course, but is a game that's free of human error, a perfectly called game, actually a better game? Or does something essential get lost when we trade that beautiful imperfection for cold, hard precision?